Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of Playtime with me, Ross, and I'm just going to get started off by first of all explaining the game we're going to be playing, which is Lies of Pi. Sorry, Lies of P, I should say. Lies of P is a modern retelling, a sort of bespoke retelling of the Pinocchio story. But this game has been designed based on the idea of a Souls game, and it's very sort of gothic and dark and very violent, and very different, I suppose, to the Disney reimagining of Pinocchio. I've pulled up a story summary of Pinocchio on ChatGPT. It says the story follows Pinocchio, a wooden puppet who dreams of becoming a real boy. Through a series of misadventures and moral lessons, the story explores themes of honesty, responsibility, and transformation. Fun fact, the original author, Carlo Collodi, or the real name Carlo Lorenzini, Italian author, he originally intended the tale as a dark cautionary fable. The first version actually ended with Pinocchio being hanged. Due to reader reaction, Collodi added more chapters, turning it into the redemptive story we know today. And obviously everyone's familiar with the Disney retelling of it. So the game Lies of P is based on that story and that author, and makes reference to it. I've personally played through a bit of this game, not all of this game, and I'm hoping to go through a first full playthrough and broadcast it to you as I do so. And so far it's a great game. I'll be starting this first episode off from the very beginning. As you can see, we're just on the loading screen right now. The game is published by a franchise called Neowiz, I think it's pronounced. So looking forward to playing, so let's just get started. Here we go. Reference here to Geppetto. Just for anyone curious, I'm playing on a PS5 base.
Can you hear me? Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
So Geppetto's puppet. Obviously this is Pinocchio himself. Very polished presentation here. You can see already the sort of gothic atmosphere and design.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Jimmy will restart soon.
I see they got Jiminy too. But we have to hurry. My name is Sophia. Please come to Hotel Krat, and I'll explain what's happening. Jiminy, please escort him to the hotel.
Monad's lamp. Do not be afraid if you get lost in the fog. The cricket will guide you. Let's have a look and see what that is. Equipment. Nope. Bag. Pulse cell. So it's a recovering HP device. Repairs weapon durability. Monad's lamp increases brightness. It's just a lamp for going through the game. Last resort. Immediately character death upon use. Release all of P's organs energy at once. Dies upon use. Not quite sure what that would be for. Interestingly, it says Gemini, or spelt, or looks like Gemini, reference to
Let's get you out of there.
Jiminy Cricket from the
Find
Disney
something that might
adaptation.
help.
Well, when I say reference to that, I mean it's clearly the character from the book, which I haven't read, by the way. But in Disney adaptation,
But the
Jiminy Cricket.
streets are not safe. Arm yourself with one of the weapons over there.
Oh,
It'll be
interesting.
helpful on your way to the hotel.
Path of the Cricket. Balance, dexterity. Now, I went through Elden Ring with a dexterity build eventually, and it worked out quite well. I don't know how it would work out in this game, but since I don't know, I'm just going to go with balance for the sake of simplicity.
Destination Hotel Krat. Recommend escaping from this location.
Escape from this location. As I recall, this is a train in a train station. In the city of Krat, it's called. Fairly fast. Heavy attack. Jumping attack. Oh no, there is no jump. I'm used to playing. Dodge. Sawtooth wheel. Let's see what that is. Throwing item. Right. Let's see how we can equip these things. Weapons there. Amulets, don't have any of them yet. Defense parts. Buff. Usable items. Okay. So, lower belt. We'll just wait till the game tells us how you do these things, and then we'll get an idea of how to proceed with usable items. Looks like there's a... I'm used to being able to smash things up in Elden Ring. So this looks like... No, this is obviously our healing item. Maximum number of pulse cells include. Use a pulse cell to recover HP. There's a maximum number of times pulse cells can be used. When you reach the maximum, the cell will be discharged. If you attack enemies while the cell is discharged, the pulse cell will be gradually charged. Interesting, that's useful. Investigate. Bit of lore there. Probably a shortcut for later. So, from my memory of this game, from my brief attempt at it before, this is very heavily dependent on the blocking mechanic and parrying mechanic. Dodging, it does a dodge roll there, but when you're in combat, it's not. It's that move there, and it's less reliable a way of defense. Let's see what's up here first. Open the door. We've obviously got to kill that employee to get the key to open that door.
You cannot see in the dark.
That's ramp.
Gently will light the way.
It's not a very good demonstration here, as it's relatively light here. What have we got? Fable catalysts. Oh fuck. Right, energy, health. Better kill this guy quick. Sawtooth wheel. Right, let's use belt. Activate the upper belt slot. Activate the lower belt slot. Use the selected belt item. It's fairly standard. Hold down to activate the extra bag. Use item. Equip items and gestures in the extra bag. To use them. Hold down. I'm not quite sure what that is. Let's go. Ah, okay. Equip. Let's try a sawtooth wheel. So, hold down it says. Why is that not working? I must have read that wrong. I'll read it when I watch the episode over again. I better just heal myself a bit. Now, just a little disclaimer here. I'm no expert at these sorts of games, so you will see me die a lot, and I'm going to be trying to test out my abilities here, so... Oh, that was predictable. So far it's just a case of mashing R1, which is the light attack button, but I do remember having to get fairly good with my timing in terms of parrying, which is tricky in any game. Right, let's try some parrying here. Oh, it's a rear attack. It's fairly effective. At this stage, anyway. Certainly a very ominous thudding sound. Right, I'll try a parry here. As you can probably see from the animation, my method of parrying is just to spam the block button repeatedly until I get hit, which sounds ridiculously poor, but it does actually work for me. Passenger's note. If anyone finds this note, get out of the station and run. Definitely make sure to keep clear of the waiting room. I saw a huge puppet smashing people to death in there. Yeah, well, we can hear it. I locked the door, but I don't know if that'll work. At least it should stop people from randomly coming in. I'm going to die soon, so I want to help you even if it's not much. Please survive, anyone. How grim. Dash. Oh, jump. Cool. Right, we should hopefully be able to get a critical. Nope. So as you can see, the dodge doesn't really... It takes you out of the way. Oh. Dim Ergo Fragment. Now those, I believe, Ergo is the equivalent to souls in this game. You collect Ergo to level up your character, strengthen your weapons, etc. So a Dim Ergo Fragment is like a preset bunch of souls or Ergo that you can keep and sell or use to reclaim souls. Lock device. There are doors and ladders all throughout Krat that are locked by devices. You can unlock these doors or go down the ladders to create shortcuts. Pretty standard souls practice in this. Oh, it's Fable Catalyst. I need to check what that is actually. So, we unlocked that shortcut. The good thing is about unlocking shortcuts is if you do nothing else in a session before you die, you want to unlock a shortcut, because typically that will mean that if and when you die, like I might do here to this elite enemy, it means that when you restart, you can just go straight there rather than having to go through all what you had to get to get there. So let's see what we do here. Nice. Didn't expect to get through that actually. But one thing I remembered from my last time I played this was that if you do a heavy attack on an enemy, you can stagger them, which is the same with most Souls games. And once you stagger them, you can then do a critical and get a fatal attack. And that, just so I'm clear, when I say Souls games, this isn't actually a Souls game in that it's made by the developer From Software, who makes the Dark Souls games and like Elden Ring and Dark Souls. It's a Souls-like game in that it's designed in that fashion, but beautifully original in its concept and story. So I've got the key now. What I need is a resting point because I've got no health left, but I'm guessing there's going to be one straight outside here since we just defeated an elite enemy. Right. Krat Central Station Plaza. Rainy night. Yeah, so this here, repair the Stargazer. This is your rest item. So for Dark Souls fans, this is like your bonfire. Elden Ring fans, this is like your Sites of Grace. Use a Stargazer to fully recover HP and stamina as well as charge your pulse cells. You will revive at this point upon death. So just the same mechanism, the same mechanic as other Souls-like games.
Called a Stargazer, a marvelous device the stalkers used in the past.
The rest of us needs danger estimates. Please reduce puzzle numbers or reset danger parameters.
As we are not strong enough to beat the puppets. But if I lend my power to this Stargazer for a moment. Gather ergo, clever one. This Stargazer will make you stronger.
Ah, yes, you can level
But
up at these as well.
Stargazer's strength doesn't last forever, so be careful with it. Hurry up and come to Hotel Krat.
So, level up. Now, my brief education into the world of Souls-like is that you do want to put an emphasis in the early game on vitality, which is your health. Vigor, it says here that's stamina. Now that's useful for combat, but typically I found in the games, Souls-like games I've played, that you don't need to lever vigor up too much, stamina up too much in these games. Beyond a certain point, it becomes a bit redundant. Although in Elden Ring, it did tie into your equip load, so we'll need to see. It doesn't seem to here though. Capacity this is weight load, and Legion. Now I'm not quite sure what Legion is at this point, but I'm guessing it's some sort of special ability. Motivity, that sounds to me like it might be like strength maybe? Motivity, yeah, because it ties in directly to physical attack. Technique will be like dexterity, because it also ties into physical attack. And advanced, that's like your special abilities, so it's highlighting fire, electric blitz, and acid, disruption, shock, and break. So it's probably a bit like faith or intelligence in something like Elden Ring. I'm gonna just go with vitality first. Almost enough ergo to get a 3rd level. Let's see if I can get another level now. Sell one of those items. Ergo fragment. I get 100. That should do. So I'll use 1. That'll get me enough to get 3 levels at this stage. 2, 3. Well, let's put in 2 to vitality and 1 to vigor, which is our stamina, because leveling up those 2 at the beginning gets good base stats, and then I can start working out what weapons I'm going to be using, and then therefore whether to what special attributes to level up. Anyway, the important thing is we've got Stargazer, which is like a site of grace, and that means I can now, if I die, I come back here. Now let's explore this area. I'm only going to do a half-hour episode to begin with. I don't want to do episodes that are too long. So this is going to be, we're about 20 minutes now, I think. So I'll clear out this area, maybe try and get to the next Stargazer, then we'll wrap up. That was sloppy, by the way. Another dim ergo fragment. So that's good. It's good to get these and the variants throughout the game, because it means that even if you die, you don't lose your ergo. You can still use them to level up. So it's just quite good to keep them, I find. Keep them for leveling up when you're just in reach of getting a level like I was just there. Vivid ergo fragment, that's bigger. Now these videos are not going to be some kind of thesis on how to play these games, because I'm not skilled, just have a bit of experience and enough to be able to muddle through. Now these enemies are completely basic, but I still had to use a heal already. Always good in these games to get an idea of what you can break, where you can go, what kind of, where there's going to be hidden loot. Hidden loot is one of the hallmarks of these types of games, because they're tied into the way the game's been designed to get you to discover their sort of environmental puzzles. So I always find if I see some loot that's out of reach, it's a puzzle to work out how to get there, and it's part of the enjoyment of games like this, is to figure out how you get there. Though let's be honest, sometimes you just want to get to the next site of grace or Stargazer. What's this? Krat Times issue. The Krat Grand Exhibition has been delayed. This decision was made to protect the citizens until the puppet frenzy that has recently paralysed the city is under control. Now, I remember the puppet frenzy is like this mad event that happened where the puppets went crazy and started taking over control. It's a little bit like, and this is maybe where this general theme in modern films and literature comes from, a little bit like the idea of AI and robots using AI that, you know, develop an evil sort of psyche and start destroying the people that created them and that they were designed to protect and that kind of stuff. And now I've not read the original Pinocchio, but I'm wondering now if maybe that whole idea came from Pinocchio. In the next episode I'll try and remember to find out exactly when the original Pinocchio was written, because it'd be interesting to know when the genesis of the idea of AI and all that came from. But as my former PhD supervisor once told me there's no such thing as an original idea, so perhaps even if it was written originally in Pinocchio, it wasn't the first time it had been thought of. Ah, this dude. Let's get him before we have to deal with that. That's a path over to the other side, but I want to just explore down here first. Oh, for... Actually, I want to go back, because what I quite like to do is, before I proceed on with an area, is find out if there's a shortcut leading somewhere, so I know that I'll be coming back there eventually. I think there might be a blocked path here, and well, there's no prompt, but it looks like it's that we're going to double back around here so we can open that and unlock a shortcut. So we'll go the other way for now. Ah, that's extra bag. I hold down X and I can hit the extra bag. Okay. So I think all these enemies are somehow mechanical puppets. I mean, basically robots. That's what it sounds like to me. What we would call in today's terms robots was conceived of as puppets back when this book was written. What is that? It's just wind. Vivid ergo fragment, good. Now you see, this looks like it might be something you can get over, although you would fall to your death, so no. There is a jump mechanic in this game. You hold down run and press L3, a bit like, I think, Dark Souls 3. Ooh, well, see, that's what I mean. There's a bit of loot there that's out of reach. How do we get there? Now this will be easy, it'll just be going round the corner, but it's part of the joy of these games to remember that kind of stuff and work it out. Some enemies become red and use a strong attack called a fury attack. You can't dodge or guard a fury attack, but you can counter with a perfect guard. See, that's the sort of thing I suck at. I just try to dodge it, but oh shit. This guy is too strong. There you go. So when you see the white bar on an enemy around their health bar, it means you can do a charged heavy attack with R2, and that will stagger them, and you can do a critical. Also, you'll have noticed there that I had run out of my heals, but through hitting an enemy when you're down to no heals, you then gain a health heal.
Hotel Krat. Optimal location for observing the destination.
So actually, right there, it was good for me to use my heal, because now when I attack enemies I'll build up another heal, saving me from having to go back to the Stargazer. So as I'm coming around here, I'm thinking this guy's a dick, but other than that, I'm thinking I remember that piece of loot and I want it, and I know it must be around here somewhere. Maybe up there, but probably not, because it wasn't elevated. But I'm remembering that puzzle, or that there's a puzzle there, there's a challenge there. Another dimmer. We're getting a lot of ergo fragments, which is good, because we need to level up. Always throughout these games is leveling up is what you're seeking to do. I keep meaning to look what a Fable Catalyst is. Yeah, so there's that piece of loot. Now this was obviously just a straightforward run round the corner kind of deal, but it's that kind of game mechanic that makes these games more enjoyable. When you see that bit of loot that's just out of reach, oh, you can break those. You want to work out how to get it. That's how games like these do puzzles. I'm wondering if there's going to be a shortcut soon. As you can see, I'm about to get another charge on my health, which is what I need, and it speaks to being, but exhausting your health and then charging up by killing enemies afterwards. See there, you heard that sound, that's another charge. Let me just double check if this leads anywhere. I never actually checked that gate. Nah. Oh, I've just realised I've run past my timer. I didn't hear it. So what I'll do is I'll get to the next Stargazer or unlock a shortcut, and then we'll wrap up for this episode. This is just the beginning area. It's basically just like a tutorial area like you get in most games. Ah, here's a shortcut. So, let's see how it connects. I think this is the shortcut we saw earlier. Yes, this is where we had to drop down, and there's the guy with the gun. So let's run. No, let's go and see where the next Stargazer is. See if we can get to that first before we wrap up. I am running low in health, but at least I know now that if I die, I've unlocked a shortcut, so I don't have to go through all that bullshit. Now, I just want to check what's down here first. Sometimes I check things and then, no, I didn't check it. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing because I get lost in some other kind of thought. Like, for example, to remember to find out what a Fable Catalyst is. Let's just look at that now. Fable Catalyst. A catalyst made to supplement puppet abilities rapidly charges Fable. The catalyst made puppets more effective by circulating ergo. So let's... Oh, and a repair kit. Oh, that's because your weapon, the durability in the weapons break throughout the game. You have to repair it. But when you go to a Stargazer, your weapon's restored to full health. So I don't think this is going to be that useful. This will help for strengthening attacks. So the way you do it, as you can see in the bottom right of the screen, is triangle is one Fable attack, and L1 plus triangle is another one. Right, so that's blocked off. I'm going to use my health again now, because I've basically just filled my health up almost full, so not wasting a health, so I'd need to use it anyway.
A parade puppet is blocking the entrance, and that's the only way in.
Ah.
So please, be careful.
So what I was saying is I'd need to use this health anyway, but by taking that now, it means that as I attack enemies, I'll charge up another heal. A vivid ergo fragment. NPC.
Hello there. Welcome to Krat, visitor. I didn't think there were any stalkers left to fight the puppets. You didn't hear? Figures. The whole organization fell apart. All that's left are wannabes and amateurs who think they can fight on their own. You ought to buy something while you're at the festival. You can't rely on yourself alone.
So stalkers, I believe, are the people that were attacking or taking vengeance out in the puppets. I might be wrong. I need to wait and see how it pans out. This thing, I think, is just basically a dummy to test out weapons, which you don't need to use here, but becomes relevant when you get to the main Hotel Krat area, which is like the main hub area. Now we're obviously coming up on a boss. I'll probably die, but we've got a shortcut, so we should be fine. Beautiful graphics. Wonderful world they've created out of this. You really should do a film, actually. A reimagining of Pinocchio like this. This would be awesome to see as a film. Dark and gothic and violent. Parade Master. Block that. Oh, messed that up big time. That was an attack I couldn't defend. Nah, dead. So I'm going to institute a 3-rule policy. I'm going to try this 2 more times. And if I don't kill him after 3 times, then I'm going to end the episode, and then the next episode will begin with my defeat of him. If a guard succeeds right before being hit, it triggers a perfect guard. When a perfect guard is successful, you will not receive damage. Only stamina is consumed. You can use perfect guards to destroy an enemy's weapon or make them groggy while status. So the importance of that is timing. That's for Fable Arts. I should try using that. So triangle for Fable Arts. Use item. This game's also saying, look, sort yourself out. You're just not doing good enough. Right, I'm gonna run past all this bullshit. No point in wasting valuable healing items. Oh, this isn't the way. Ah, it's this way, isn't it? Yeah. Guards, you can block enemy attacks by guarding. It will take reduced damage, so that's useful to know. The reduced damage will be transferred to guard regain. Guard regain accumulates but gradually reduces over time. While you have guard regain, you can attack enemies to recover your HP. Now that's useful. Hold 2 for a charge attack. While you're attacking a white outline, that's right, we already covered that. Fatal attack, yeah. Some enemies become red and use a strong attack. If you attack, you can't dodge fury attacks, but you can perfect counter. So that's a question of timing, which I'm not very good at, but always worth trying. Ah, so this is where your souls or your ergo in this game, you collect them. 1,425, and this is the boss. That's nice. Oh, that was a fury attack, or just one I couldn't dodge. No. No, charge attack. No, missed it. Oh, couldn't get my heal off in time there. So I'll give this one more attempt, then we'll wrap up. Right, let's see if we can do anything useful here. Problem is, running out of stamina. Can't defend against that. Nice. That's exactly what I was looking for. Oh, I want to get the critical. There we go. So you get a dodge. You get a block like that. Not like that. You can regain your damage that you take. Just have to. So you see the damage being recovered. Ah, shit. Need to heal. I'm gonna give this one more attempt. I feel like I can get him next time. I'm just getting greedy. That's one of the expressions for how to play soul games. Don't get greedy. Just be modest in your approach to how you attack. Definitely notice my stamina there running out. I don't mean right there, I mean during that boss fight. So, 1, 2, block. Oh, now it's this one. There, I've dodged it that time. Just need to remember the. Got greedy there again. Alright. Can't get the critical here. There we go. He's in a phase 2 of sorts right now. So my stamina ran out there and it punished me. I was trying to attack. Camera angle's very annoying right now. Oh shit. He's dead. There we go. Eliminated. Parade leader's ego, so that'll be a massive amount of ego and quartz. Okay. Well, that, as I remember, is like a very significant upgrade material that lets you get extra heals and things like that. So we'll explore that. Now I'll just find a stargazer and then we will wrap up for the episode. But that went well actually. It's not a particularly hard boss, to be honest. The first couple of times I was not really focusing on what I was doing rather than what I was saying. But that's going to happen, I believe, whilst I'm doing these videos. Not that I'm making excuses, of course, but Certainly this game feels nice to play. Maybe I missed actually a Stargazer in the boss arena, because usually there's one sooner than this. I'll just go back and check.
One more thing I should mention. The hotel's security excludes puppets like you.
Oh, no.
So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
Have to lie. Hence the name, Lies of P. Yeah, there's a Stargazer inside the hotel. I've just want to explore this area before I go in, because there's not always, but you know, you can find loot here which can be valuable. But like I said, even if it's not valuable, I just want to find the bloody things. You know, it's like, for me, the challenge is getting all the loot, even if it's like some shitty piece of lore or something. Right, investigate. Hotel Krat, the greatest luxury you will ever... Oh, so let me read it again. The greatest luxury you will ever experience. Give yourself the treat, for fuck's sake. Right, let's just get there, then we can wrap up. It's really well designed. Well, look at that. That is awesome. Hotel Krat. So it says I've got to lie to get in here. What's this? Who are you? Bloody puppets. Oh, see what I mean? Loot. Wouldn't have found this if I hadn't been exploring. And it's, you know, it's dim ergo fragment. That's not, I think that's like 100 ergo, which is in the grand scheme of things nothing, but every little bit, especially at the beginning when your levels don't require as much ergo to level up, it makes a difference. Hidden Moonstone, now that is like Titanite in Dark Souls, or smithing stones in Elden Ring. They level up your weapons. Very useful item. Glad I found it. So knock on the door.
Welcome to the sanctuary of the Grand Covenant. Prove your identity. Who are you?
So I have to lie, which means to say human. Otherwise I won't get in.
Covenant's fourth law. A puppet cannot lie. Welcome to Hotel Krat.
See, I would like to know what would happen if I'd said human. Because obviously you're supposed to say puppet. But I didn't want to risk it there, because what if it sent me back like to some annoying place, or, you know, it would be irritating. So maybe if you're watching this and you've played this game and you know, you can leave a comment in the comments down below. I'd be interested to know. Brilliant. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed when I started playing this before. Oh, that's right. We get. I'm gonna before we wrap up, I'll let you watch this opening sequence. So we've got. Obviously, this is this main area, city of Krat, back in the day. People coming there. I don't know. This is maybe the inventor of puppets, that's right. So the inventor of puppets, bringing puppets into the world in Krat. Mass production of puppets. Everything's going hunky-dory because the puppets are, you know, making life dead easy. Oh, those poor puppets. Look at those poor puppets. They're being exploited, alright. Oof. Ah, but Krat's doing well. Look at that sign. Look at that guy. He's obviously doing well. Oh, puppets teaching kids to play piano. Uh-oh. Disaster. Puppets killing humans. No, dear. Puppet. This will be the puppet frenzy that it referred to. Puppets going mental. People having to hide. There's the puppet that I fought. He's dead now. Thanks to me. Oh, the puppet statue. That is gruesome. Here's a puppet that will change all puppets to come, or something like that. Brilliant. Yeah, it's going to be a great game. So I'm going to hope to try and get a few more episodes out. I'll probably get through about 3 episodes a day, and I'm aiming to try and get them to be about a half hour long. But this first episode's been a bit longer because I missed my alarm and I wanted to get past that first boss in the first tutorial area. Looks very human, doesn't he?
I'm so happy to see you. I am so sorry. I've been waiting for you. Searched all over the city of Krat to find you. You must have questions.
Yep.
Geppetto will have answers. But we have to find him first. He was last seen on Elysian Boulevard. All of Krat is dangerous for humans, and that neighborhood is one of the scariest. Please find Geppetto on Elysian Boulevard. I'll explain more once you find him. Wait, take this pocket watch. Krat is a labyrinth of peril right now. This watch will guide you to a safe place. Be careful, clever one.
Moon phase pocket watch, imbued with mystical power. Power of the watch turns back time to the boy. So that sounds like it'll just take you back to the last Stargazer. Let's just check though. Where is it? God damn it. Oh, there it is. It's at the top. Pocket watch. The power inside the watch turns the user to the last Stargazer he visited to the Hotel Stargate. Right. Or so it's a bit like the Homeward Bone in Dark Souls. You didn't need one in Elden Ring because you could just freely teleport to any site of grace. Anyway, that's useful to have. Might add that to my extra bag. Okay, well, I'll sort all that stuff out for the next episode, but I'm just going to wrap up just now. So thanks guys for watching. Have a good rest of your day.